Hello, and welcome to our Toronto, and I'm your host Tony. Bus rapid transit BRT lanes, often seen as an effective tool for improving urban mobility, have become a common solution in cities grappling with traffic congestion. These lanes, dedicated solely to buses, allow for more efficient public transit by reducing the delays caused by mixed traffic as Toronto continues to grow. The idea of expanding its network of dedicated bus lanes has emerged as a potential short-term solution to the city's transit challenges. But would BRT lanes make sense for Toronto? Let's explore the current use of dedicated bus lanes in the city, the plans for expanding them, and why BRT might be a temporary fix rather than a long-term solution. Toronto has experimented with dedicated bus lanes on various routes to improve speed and reliability. The most significant initiative is the Eglinton East Priority Bus Lane, which runs along Eglinton Avenue East, Kingston Road, and Morningside Avenue. This lane supports several TTC bus routes, including the 86 Scarborough, 116 Morningside, and 905 Eglinton East Express. The goal of the project was to increase travel speeds for buses in the corridor, improve service reliability, and enhance connections for Scarborough residents who rely on bus transit for their daily commutes. The success of the Eglinton East Lane prompted the TTC to consider expanding this model to other high-traffic corridors. Jane Street and Dufferin Street have been highlighted as potential candidates for dedicated bus lanes. As both roads experience significant congestion, leading to delays for transit users, the goal is simple: create a reliable and efficient transit option that incentivizes more people to use public transit rather than cars. The TTC and the City of Toronto have taken steps toward expanding dedicated bus lanes as part of the city's overall transit strategy. One of the most prominent projects under consideration is the Jane Street Transit Priority Corridor running along Jane Street. This corridor would serve some of the city's busiest bus routes, such as the 35 Jane and 935 Jane Express. Jane Street is notorious for traffic congestion, and a dedicated lane could help improve the reliability and travel times for these buses. In addition, there are plans for priority bus lanes along other major corridors, including Steeles Avenue and Dufferin Street. These projects are seen as necessary short-term solutions to accommodate Toronto's growing population and increasing demand for transit service, with the city's subway system facing capacity challenges and expansion projects like the Ontario Line still years from completion. Dedicated bus lanes offer a relatively low-cost and quick-to-implement solution for transit improvements. While dedicated bus lanes offer clear benefits, they are not without limitations in the short term. BRT lanes help to alleviate congestion by providing faster, more reliable bus service. They are also far less expensive and quicker to implement than major subway or light rail transit (LRT) projects, which require significant planning, investment, and construction time. However, as Toronto's population continues to grow, BRT lanes may only provide temporary relief. Bus lanes are not as efficient as higher capacity modes of transportation, such as subways or LRTs, and they don't fully address the long-term transit capacity needs of a city the size of Toronto. While buses can move more people than cars, they are still limited in the number of passengers they can carry, and even with dedicated lanes, they can be affected by traffic at intersections or on streets where full segregation from other vehicles isn't possible. Moreover, implementing bus lanes often requires reducing space for general traffic, which can lead to opposition from drivers and businesses along the corridors. While the intention is to encourage more transit use, the reality is that bus lanes can create new bottlenecks for car traffic, shifting congestion problems rather than eliminating them. Cities around the world have embraced BRT as a cost-effective alternative to more permanent transit infrastructure. For example, Bogotá, Colombia, has one of the most successful BRT systems globally. However, even in Bogotá, where the Transmilenio BRT system moves millions of people daily, there are capacity issues as buses struggle to keep up with demand. The BRT network has served as a vital stopgap measure, but the city is now investing in expanding its subway system to provide long-term solutions. Similarly, in cities like New York, BRT lanes have been introduced to improve bus speeds on heavily trafficked corridors. Yet, like Toronto, New York is also focused on expanding its subway and LRT networks, acknowledging that BRT alone cannot meet the long-term needs of a growing metropolis. While BRT lanes can play an important role in Toronto's transit strategy, they are only one piece of the puzzle long-term solutions. Must focus on high-capacity transit options like subways and LRTs, the Ontario Line, a major subway expansion currently under construction, will eventually provide relief to the overburdened Line 1 and better connect the city's transit network. Likewise, the Eglinton Crosstown LRT, once completed, will significantly improve east-west transit service across the city's midtown. For now, expanding BRT lanes is a practical measure to improve transit service in the short term, particularly in areas where subway expansion is not feasible or would take too long to address immediate needs. However, as Toronto's population continues to grow, relying on bus lanes alone will not be sufficient to meet the city's long-term transit demands. Bus rapid transit lanes make sense for Toronto in the short term, particularly in areas where traffic congestion makes reliable transit difficult to achieve. Desiccated lanes can help improve the speed and efficiency of buses, providing residents with a better public transit experience. However, BRT is not a permanent solution to Toronto's transit woes. As the city continues to expand, long-term investments in high-capacity transit infrastructure, such as subways and LRTs, will be essential to ensure that Toronto remains a livable and accessible city for all its residents. BRT can bridge the gap, but the future of Toronto's transit system will need more than just bus lanes. A comprehensive, multimodal approach to transit planning will be necessary to meet the challenges of a growing metropolis.
I hope that you liked the video. If so, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed and want to be notified of new videos that are released, please click on the Art Toronto button here. This is the video that I would recommend for you to watch next, and I'm sure that you're going to love it. Here's the playlist for all of the latest in transit news and views that you're going to find very informative and interesting. And finally, here is the latest video.